Q Gallery is proud and honored to present the superheroine of Israel TranSis, by artist Ilan Moyal, the mythological act The Birth and Fate of TranSis, a transatlantic queer. While chaos still loomed over the abyss, and before questions and words could find their voice, Nyx was born, the goddess of the night. From the heavy shadow, Nyx gave birth to Nemesis, the goddess of avenging justice, whose decrees determined the fates of men, and she knew in her heart that there was no correction for the world as long as the balance was disturbed. When Nemesis grew up, Nyx whispered to her an ancient secret, that it is not justice alone that gives birth to equality, but the recognition of invisible pain, and from such pain TranSis was born. Many do not know, but if all the Amazons were not a born hero, she was a captive soul. Her name was not written in the Greek scriptures, and her body was an unchosen vessel. A freedom fighter's soul was born into a male body, in whose veins flowed the blood of venom and fear. Upon reaching adulthood, she chose to escape her fate. While hidden under a man's cloak, she stole a raft and escaped into the open sea, hoping to find an island where she could be reborn.
She sailed for many days, fighting waves and winds, until her body crashed on the shores of an invisible island, which Nyx herself had created with her magic, in the ocean beyond the sun's wheel. But she was not alone there. On that island hovered an ancient shadow, Phaluges, a mythical creature born from the seed of Hermes, messenger of the gods and god of trickery, in response to the pleas of the elders of Athens. Hermes, who protected thieves and artists, was asked to create a being who would punish those who impersonated, and especially those who impersonated another gender for profit or sin. He created Phaluges, a creature who came to devour all who were not worthy of the transition. But this creature, born without compassion, became savage and preyed on the innocent. Nemesis, seeing the injustice, she begged her raw mother, Nyx, to banish him to the hidden island, away from his influence. Then, unknowingly, TranSis arrived on that island. The battle between them was a battle between existence and obliteration. Phaluges intended to devour TranSis like all the impostors, but she, while broken, naked, weak, summoned all the strength of her soul and fought. The fighting lasted for 3 nights, and at the end, when she tore the creature's flesh and dipped it in it, she wrapped herself in its bloody fur and fell to the ground. There, on the threshold of a remote cave, she fell asleep, dying. That night, her cry was heard across the island, and Nyx, who had guarded this place since time immemorial, came to her in the form of a black mist. Realizing the enormity of the mistake, the injustice of such a woman's soul being brought to such a place, she reached out her shadow arms to her and began to make amends. She lived on the island for many more years. From the cave where she was reborn, she established a shelter for the women of silence, those who could not speak, for women who had escaped their previous existence, and for the girls of the future who were not yet born. From the tears that flowed on the night of her first reflection in the magical lake, the Amazons were created. And the Amazons, over the years, gave birth to Wonder Woman, the daughter of the future generation. And finally, in a good return, when her body could no longer carry the soul that was larger than life, TranSis died quietly. But her spirit did not disappear. She floated on the secret island, began to sink into the earth, became a disembodied female shadow, begging to be returned to the world. And so thousands of years passed.